Welcome back. So we saw about last night. We seen on AEW last night. The lights was off last night, and now the flip back lights on. And the reason for Satnam Singh and the AEW bout, Tony calls the next announcement. A recent report reveals that the reason behind the AEW bout of Satnam Singh plus the WNC has some insight around Tony Khan's next announcement. Satnam Singh said a former NBA basketball player had his debut on AEW last night during on Dynamite. He showed up after the main event where Samoa Joe beat Mao Suzuki for the Always Work television title. More on this story below. A reason for Satnam Singh and AEW bout. Satnam Singh, along with Say Leafhole and Attack Samoa Joe, has Dynamite close the last Western Little Radio. And on Satnam Singh about his debut and the reason he was brought into the AEW toll. Last night on AEW Dynamite, Satnam Singh said the first ever was born in NBA draft pick now focused on the pro wrestling and the coach by arrived in AEW hoping attack a new Always TV Samoa Joe catch Dynamite on. According to the report, Satnam Singh was brought in to help build already brand and injury. It also has a lot to do with the real media. And AEW television airs on injury and Signal is owned by has appeared the report this was a deal that Tony Khan made because of the appointing on the between and warning media. Satnam Singh in AEW about a role is moving forward. The report also says that it eliminated the first week after the manager was that Tony wanted in the angle to would make a so crisis with the market. Satnam Singh was the first ever NBA player was born in injury to be drafted back in 2015. And in fact, Satnam Singh was the second round draft choice of the Dallas Deposit Network playing for the franchise. Satnam Singh will also be mentioned by moving forward, was thrown into the spotlight in injury some years ago when he was a part of TNA. The report status that both and Satnam Singh will play a role to promote in AEW early on. Injury, they also has a land to weigh and addressing in AEW and injury. Satnam Singh has been signed his deal with AEW last back in September. With Satnam Singh size and by his side, the sky's the limit for this incredible talent. The fans will also be key to his source. Speaking of AEW, it looks like Tony Khan is set to make an overhang announcement next week on Dynamite. he's become famous for announcing multiple announcements to come on AEW. Tony Khan's next announcement is hard for any AEW fan to from on what's big news for Tony Khan. Has now with Jack said there are some hunts to the way he wanted things for next week, a Dynamite next announcement. Dave mostly talks about just doing his last from his news will be about a podcast deal for Ring of Honor and always or a streaming deal for AEW above. Dave Musso also notes that they didn't say new signing when it was a Musso announcement. They must doesn't think this new news will be about a talent joining the ring. So, the Ring of Honor factor at the end of the day, Tony could really announce anything with his plus of all rates and signing a new talent. He needs to do something with this roster. It has us in all rates broadcasting deal doesn't seem that far. Plus, Tony Khan been open about an AEW streaming service in May interviews. At the end of the day, AEW fans will have to tune in next Wednesday to find out what Tony Khan announcing only time will tell. So, when are you holding anything else for next week on AEW Dynamite or rates? So I will keep you guys update on that. I'll see you guys next time in this episode. This is BCW on Brian Campbell on YouTube channel. You can find me here on YouTube, Twitter. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.